Hello everyone and welcome again to the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage. I am making videos on my Necky Supernova as I go through it, trying to wake it up from its long slumber. And I took out the bobbin case. I believe this to be the original bobbin case. And it says made in Italy. And it has Necky on it. So I had it, I took it out. Got the thread cut out as you guys saw, and the bobbin came out as it should. And I took a cotton swab and I took alcohol and I went inside to clean out any dirt. Well, what I noticed was when I pulled on the little release lever, it was fighting me, okay, and it wouldn't spring back. And I thought, oh no, maybe I need a new bobbin case. Maybe it's broken. Maybe the spring is gone. So before you toss your bobbin case, okay, it could be broken. They have a lifespan, and sometimes people are rough with them. Thus my point earlier about not pulling the thread out backwards. But sometimes they get gooey inside from the old oil, especially if they've been sitting. So what did I do? Again, I pulled this out, and this thing would just sit here, right? So I put it down into my little alcohol bath, let it sit, okay? And I literally, how long you let it sit is really up to you. Okay, it's been in the alcohol bath, right? And I haven't even taken the cotton swab back to it, and watch. Now I'm getting spring, right? It's snapping back. Not perfectly, but what happened? Just this immersion of alcohol has started to soften what I believe to be old oil. Remember, old sewing machine oil is like glue. Sometimes it's gooey, and sometimes it's so hard that it's like cement and you really can't move parts. So now I'm going to take a cotton swab, and I'm just going to see if I can get, you can see, look what I pulled off of there. You guys see this on the end? See that old oil? And I have so much old oil on this machine, I should not be shocked or surprised. So I thought, well, before I abandon this incredible, there's more. Before I abandon this bobbin case, let's just see if what it needs is some TLC, right? Machines need love. They do not just run forever without being tended to. So let's look and see what we've got over here, right? And I'm being very gentle. Don't be rough with this thing. This is like a piece of jewelry in a way in terms of how delicate it can be, right? And then look what I pulled out. I just took this and pushed down with my alcohol tip, cotton swab and alcohol. Look at that, right? Well, don't forget, guys, and I think I've shown this in other videos, your bobbin case is a moving thing. It has moving parts inside. It's not just a little cup. It has springs inside, and it has moving parts, which is why they were so expensive to manufacture. And I believe this one has old oil. Now, if the alcohol didn't work, I could try other things. There are other penetrant oils you can try, but we might get lucky with. You see, I'm pulling again more. If you're not sure how much more old oil you're getting, just keep changing out your cotton swab, and as long as you're getting something soiling on there, you know that there's something to be removed. So I'm going to come in here again, take out more. But this top area, let's see what we can do here. Now I want to try very carefully. I want to pull back on this. Okay. Now watch the moving part. You see this part here. Watch it move toward the end of the case as I pull the clasp open. Watch this. You see it moved? It's literally sliding right here. So I'm going to gently hold this up. Don't pull too hard. And I want to see if I can get some of that space that's being covered. Now that I've moved it back, I want to see if I can clean out any of it to get it to function again. And I want to do this because, yeah, I can put new oil in, and the sewing machine oil will help dissolve old oil, but it can take a long time, and it's not a perfect process. So you can see I kept getting more of this goop out. Okay, so now I'm going to try some fresh sewing machine oil. And And if it doesn't work, I can always, try other. I can go back to alcohol. I can go to penetrant products. This is not, it's not like, oh, I put oil in it, now I can't do anymore. Not true. Let's see. Give me another cotton swab here. I'm going to come back and go to the center of this thing again, because I want to be sure that I'm getting, you can see, now I've come through the center and I got more goop out. It's entirely possible that this bobbin case, made in Italy around the same time, late 1950s, this machine was, it may never have been cleaned in over 60 years. So, now I'm going to put a couple of drops of oil. Now, because I'm doiling this, it's very hard to get microscopic oil in it. What I'm saying is, you will want to once you've gotten the oil in the moving parts, you want to come back with a dry cotton swab and sop up some of this oil. And again, you're going to want to do some test sewing before you start going to town on a project, or you can end up with oil splotches, right? And you shouldn't be surprised, because we need the extra oil. We're waking something up that has been asleep. So now I'm going to mop up some of the excess. But I would not start sewing a project. Okay, now take a look at this. You hear it? It snaps back pretty well. Okay. Now, I basically woke up a bobbin case, and they're beautiful, and they were made just so well. So why waste not, want not, right? Yeah, I can get a replacement for it, but I would prefer to have the original if I can. They make reproductions. They're okay, and I'm grateful they exist, but this is ready to go again, right? So don't be so quick to toss away something if it doesn't immediately work. Because remember, not only is your machine asleep, all of the different parts of your machine are also asleep. And I appreciate you guys watching and looking at the underside of my Nikki Supernova. Stay tuned, and we will be moving around and getting more work done as we continue on this quest to wake up a 1950s sewing machine. And I consider it one of the great machines ever made. Thanks for watching, guys.